December 6, 2022, Marcus Giavanni here. 2023 Mayor Marcus Giavanni believes in the promises of a future Denver expansion. Uh, See, what happened is we lost because of some troll on the retail side. Kind of, we're still trying to figure out a new category, but we lost 3,000 videos, 17 channels, and years of content. Luckily, I embedded most of it, and so it's still there. The content is still in the cloud, but we got to keep fighting for it. But if I didn't go through that, which I thought was going to be a lot sooner than later, I thought it was going to be done by someone different than who did it. And that's okay, because we figured out what you really have to do to be legitimate on Google. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing what I could do now. And so things that people try to destroy make us stronger, and we learn our way to become more compliant. And when you got 17 channels and you have 7 days to answer every one of them, I mean, it was a digital takeout in mega proportions, but we were able to. It took a couple years to reestablish everything back even more powerful. And so we've learned what to do and not to do, which 90% of the United States that use Google and YouTube as a tool, they don't even know. And so why everybody tries to bring TikTok on YouTube and take TikTok where they're going to take over YouTube, it's not going to work, okay? Not going to happen, because it's just not going to happen. But what you do see here is a story. And it's a story where Kellybrough, who has Kelly promise. Let me show you. So when you look at Kelly, here's her. Kellybrough for mayor. Believe in the promise of Denver. What does she mean by that? Think about it. Believe in the promise of Denver. Promise of what? What Honorable Mayor Robert W. Speer promised for the city beautiful? Or you're believe in the promise that Kelly has made some pretty damn big paychecks for very little experience that she truly has in the metaverse that she is going to get crushed by. And when you look at the next level here, Denverite, you figure out who wrote that. This is when she came out. Last year, Brough resigned from Chamber to work at Metropolitan State University as Chief Strategy Officer. The press release went out on July 22nd, 2022, that said Kelly was no longer needed in her position that they built just for her. And now they got to hurry up and fill it so that it doesn't appear to be just a position made for Kelly. And so when you look at this, it should make you sick to your stomach that in August 5 was her release date. 10 days later, they're still acting like she's working there, because, see, word has it that Kelly conspired with Janine Davidson over there at the University of Denver president. And she's done a lot of things, but she's outdated. Her PhD's outdated, everything she does. And you can tell by the graduation rate of 47%. Where could you go and take a test, and that test is going to determine where you fit within an organization, and you score a 47%? Huh. You see? Don't make sense. And that's what she's judged on, because that is the only important thing, is the graduation rate. So when Kelly got together with Janine Davidson and they came up with this WULA idea, they had no idea that there were wolves ready to pounce on the data that they've been manipulating. And, you know, to me, you're using a state fund. I can pretty much show a judge, and he'd probably have to concur that there was some type of something going on here. And that's where the emails, their text messages, see, they think they can erase them. They don't understand. Depending on the position that you have within an organization, just because of fraud and privacy issues and ethical issues and just the whole entire truth of it all, Kelly's in our world called digital caca. And this right here is the smoking gun for any investigator. I've indexed it. I've got videos on it. Just use Kelly. Just do at Kellybrough or at Kelly J. Brough. She can't hide from her own voice. Ain't that fucking beautiful, folks? And this is what Denver's going to control. I didn't do it for me. I don't even have a high school diploma. That's how you know I'm supposed to be here. Huh. But we got to get the people that are truly brilliant minds of the 18, 28, 38-year-olds, because when I was 18, 28, and 38-year-old, which would have been 1978, 1988, and 1938. Look up those years, those decades. Look what happened. And wow, I'm still standing. To tell the next generation that's going to take 30 years for the 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds for the 28-year-olds, and 50 years for the 18-year-olds. Is that right? Depending on where you're going and where you're coming and everything in between. God gave man free will, 100%, no doubt. Do whatever the we want to do. And as I got better and better and better with this indexing and being able to communicate with virtual machines that have learning capabilities, that is programmed to look for knowledge-based, trust-verified, organic content that is used to as a foundation for Google Ads at the top and the bottom. The goldmine content, and that even has to be sifted because it's organic. But one thing for sure, when Kelly and all these other candidates raise money, talk about money, that's not what's going to win this next election. Money's what's going to kill the next election. It's going to put Denver in the trajectory of the dark web. And the wormhole comes in many faces and sizes and colors on the internet. If it looks like a pathway to something, a roadway, if it looks like a tunnel, the tunnels are really, woo. It's almost like how you read tarot cards. You know what I mean? That's what we can do now. We pattern match it to all their voices. So when Kelly talks up a good talk, how she's going to do this and how she's a chief strategy officer, if we were in a debate, I'd chew her ass up. And debates aren't going to happen, folks. They're going to say, League of Women Voters are going to come out with Denver Decides and Denver Mayor Office, and they're going to say, well, since there's so many candidates, just to the fair of for what's best for this Denver, We're not going to hold any Denver Mayoral debates or forums. They can each hold their own if they want to, like they're doing now. Ian Tafoya and her buddy, uh, Lisa Calderon. Yes, I said that correctly. Ian Tafoya and her buddy, Lisa Calderon. When you get all these people voices and all where they've been and the committees they sit on, believe me, folks, I didn't need to be mayor to hand these people their fucking ass. And everything I do is legal. Everything I do is for the betterment of our community, to protect our law enforcement and our teachers, and most important, the citizens and their children of Denver. And these folks are trying to turning it into a petri dish for all their experiences and experiments with their non-experiments of knowing how to survive in the new world that's coming, which is the digital world. They have their places in what they do. I mean, shit, there ain't no doubt. Ian Tafoya has done his shadowing with many different people, including me, to take all their ideas and try to work it on his own. And that's okay because we all knew that. He's just a fucking water boy. Done a lot of things as a water boy. And shit, Adam Sandler would be fucking proud of him. But this is beyond that. This is beyond the things he can't talk about. He can call himself a lot of things. He can call himself the international, what was it that someone told me? International civil rights. It's hard to be an international advocate. I was like, you crying little bitch, troll. Man. Especially when he came to my office up there at the, in the Equitable building. Just coming in, and I didn't realize he was with all these different organizations. But see, he doesn't realize that he was indexed the day he came in that fucking office. I recorded every fucking place he would go, including myself. Because I knew, I was told, dude, you get with Ian Tafoya, you better record your whole fucking conversation. Because you'll see, he'll take everything, and you wake up in the morning and he'll be talking your idea to all his friends. And they'll be like patting him on his back. Wow, that's a great idea, man. Yeah, I just thought of it on my own because I'm Mr. Denver. And, I step in the holy water of the rivers, and I got my bag lady, doing incense on my body so people can see how pure I am. Fuck off, Ian.